What's going on, people? Give me a couple seconds here. Warm my shit up real fast. In the meantime, just enjoy the music real quick, you know? You can run and scream in the shower. It's cold in you. To the place you knew. Oh my goodness, I find my lighter. And I have like 5 of them. Oh, it's right in front of my face. What the fuck? Gotta keep this price so nobody says anything. Which there's only a little bit left. God damn it. Fuck. What's up, everybody? Thank you for coming. Those of you who are here. It's raining. It's wet. It's kind of raw. My knees are fucking hurting like shit. Can't sleep in a bed, so they get cramped at night. Wake up with these fucking annoying ass Charlie horses. And, like, gotta jump up, but this is sort of slanted back this way. So getting up is like I gotta roll sideways. Fucking Charlie horse catches me and I'm like, oh, God, oh. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking ridiculous. But it's a good day today. I talked to my sons. Made me real happy, you know. Haven't talked to them in a while, so was feeling kind of depressed about that. But I got to talk to both of them, you know, give them some words of wisdom. The same words of wisdom I'm going to give to everybody today. And you can probably be like, oh, what is this? Who the fuck is this guy to be giving me words of wisdom? Well, I'm just a guy sitting in a shack to give you words of wisdom. Give it up. Give up the bullshit. And the bullshit is letting people tell you what you can and cannot do. Quite frankly, if they're not trying to help you, in my opinion, they're trying to hurt you. That's the way I see things now. If you ain't helping me, you're trying to hurt me. And if you're trying to hurt me, I don't need to be around you. I don't need to be bothered with you. I don't need to hurt you, but I don't need to be bothered with you. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. And if you, as a person, decide to try to go out of your way to then bother me when I've left you alone, then to me, it seems as if you want what's coming to you, you know, whatever that may be, because I've asked you nicely, you know what I'm saying, like in the way I present myself. I'm gonna be straight up with everybody, you know. What you see is what you get. There's no filter, there's no act. People can say what they want. Anybody who really knows me knows that this is not an act. This is just who I am, and I like to say stupid shit and make up fucking characters that are basically just different parts of my personality, you know, different aspects of it, presented through stupid voices and shit. I'm always doing stupid ass voices, whether there's a character connected to them or not, you know. That's what I am. I'll be walking around sometimes and people think I have Tourette's syndrome because I'll be like, Shaba! For no reason, just out of nowhere. Like, Shaba! Booyaka, booyaka! Like, what the fuck? Bloodfire! You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Just have fun. Sometimes I do the Michael Jackson thing. Hee, Shimon! So, you know, the little noises he made, just for no reason. Well, why not? Like, tell me why that makes you crazy just because you enjoy life. Like, why can't you enjoy life without it being some weird thing because somebody else doesn't enjoy it the way you enjoy it? Like, why do you have to feel some kind of way because you enjoy fucking life? The way I see it, you're supposed to enjoy life. You know, it's these sappy, crappy people who are just miserable, who want to destroy everybody who's happy from being happy. It's like, why are you so happy? Because I am. The fuck? It doesn't matter to you. How about, hey, how can I be as happy as you, motherfucker? That's what I'm gonna start walking up to people and saying to them. When I see somebody that's real happy, I'm gonna be like, yo, hold up. How How you get happy like that? I want to be happy like that. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, hey, I'm just hanging out with friends, having a good time. Well, shit, I need to go find some friends so I can hang out with them and have a good time. Or whatever the fuck makes you happy, just do it. As long as it's not hurting other people. Now, just understand if what makes you happy is hurting other people, well, just be prepared, man, to get hurt back. And don't get mad about it if you do. And I mean hurt. I don't have time for nobody's bullshit and their emotional nonsense. I don't want to deal with it. I've got enough dealing with my own shit. I got fucking 4 other motherfuckers here. And I gotta deal with their shit too, you know? So I don't want to deal with nobody else's shit. Just mine and the people in my head. That's it. I don't want to deal with nobody else's shit. We can all be cool. You get what I'm saying? We can all be cool if everybody just does that. You good at something, do it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Do it because you like doing it. Don't do it to make money. Do it because you like doing it. I'm telling you right now, dude, money is not going to make you happy. It's not going to make you happy. You think it's going to make you happy. You're sitting there jumping up and down about it because you get it. Then you spend it. And then you're fucking miserable because you don't have it. I'm never miserable. I'm miserable when I fucking have money. I try to get rid of that shit as quickly as fucking possible. And I don't sit here crying about the fact that I don't have it. Because I know eventually it's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not that hard to get money, people. It's so easy. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to be accepting of what you need versus what the fuck you want. I don't need much. And I'm not walking around here looking like a homeless ass bum, but I'm homeless. Just not a bum. You know what I'm saying? I keep my hair done. I keep my face done. I keep my clothes clean. I keep my body washed. I smell good. You know? Groomed. You don't have to fall into despair just because your situation may be a little bit desperate. If you act desperate, you'll get desperate shit. You feel what I'm saying? But if you walk into every situation with your head up, no matter what the fuck you're coming from, with your head up, like, bam, I got this. You know, I lost my confidence when I was during my marriage. Lost it. It just went right out the window. Gone. I started questioning everything. I had no spine left. Everything was disagreed with. It's just confusing. You know, when you try to live your life to make other people happy and you realize that those people are never going to be happy, no matter what, they're not going to be happy. That's when that phrase, oh, people are responsible for their own happiness. That is true. People are responsible for their own happiness. It is not up to anyone else to make you happy. But at the same token, people, you should never surround yourself with people that don't make you happy. Let's be real here. Come on now. People make other people happy. If I walk into a room and somebody tells me a joke and I laugh, they've made me happy. So yes, people can make you happy. But are they responsible for it? No. What they're responsible to do is not tear you down. I don't care what the fuck people say. Unless it's in good fun or people are accepting of it, being insulting and fucking talking shit to people or breaking them down it just shows how weak of a person you are. You know what I'm saying? It just shows how weak of a person that you really are. That you have to spend your entire existence looking for other people's flaws to point them out and make fun of them. Now, me being the multifaceted personalities that I have a personality like that likes just insulting people. His name is Mr. McNasty. So see, I can do it that way as a joke, and it's funny. You know what I'm saying? And then I get it out. I don't feel I need to actually say it to someone to hurt their feelings. In fact, I say it with Mr. McNasty to make you laugh because it's funny. It sounds funny. But if I said to you right now, hey, you fucking piece of shit, looking like a bum-ass motherfucker, and I'm talking to you with a real voice, you're going to think that I'm really serious, and you're going to take it personal. It's natural. It's the mental, emotional response to an insult. You get angry or hurt. Very rarely does anybody just allow something to roll right off their back, unless they've got really tough skin, which would usually mean that they're a sociopath. Met sociopath. Only certain things get under their skin, but when it does, they never forget it. Oh my God. You could have said it to them like 20 years ago and be having an argument with them 20 years later, and they'll bring that shit up like it happened, be ready to cry about it. And you're like, what do you care? Say worse. You mean, so I said one little thing about something that's true and you're mad and hurt? Wow. It's interesting how people perceive how they should treat other people. This is how you should treat people. It has nothing to do with Bibles or religious scriptures. It just has to do with plain fucking people skills. Alright? When a lion is in the wild, he walks up to another lion that's cool with him or part of his family, you don't see him like beating the shit out of them for no fucking reason or trying to destroy them. You know, they probably be growling to each other like, hey, Sierra today, be in the tall grass. I'm gonna show you how not to get eaten by other shit that might eat you, and also how to eat shit that we eat. So come on, let's go. You know, that's what it is. You don't see like, hey, oh, your mane's too short. Fuck you. What does that help? Nothing. Helps nothing. I mean, try it one day. Seriously. One day, walk outside and just say something nice to somebody. Like, nice. Really genuinely nice. Hey, you know what? Like your car. Looks good. Whatever. Or talk about their hair. The smile on their face. Maybe the way their eyes twinkle. I don't know. Just something nice about them. And see how much easier it is to say something nice and how much better you feel for saying something nice than you do for saying something fucked up. Unless, of course, you're just a fucked up person. Because I'm going to say, like, when I'm Mr. McNasty, I enjoy saying fucked up shit to people. Like, seriously, I'll walk around as Mr. McNasty because people think it's a joke, and I'll insult them and they'll laugh at it, and I'll be dead serious. Dead ass serious. Like, shit, fat ass motherfucker. Shit falling off. Look like you got muffin top. You need to go inside and put on the real shirt. And they'll be like, oh, that's so hilarious. I'm like, I'm not playing with you. I'm dead serious. But because they know I really don't talk like this, they still laugh it off. And then I'm pretty sure, in the back of their head, they're like, I don't know if that guy was serious or not. And that's the point. They don't know if I was serious or not. And they took it as a joke, and they were fine with it. You know, fine. But then, you know, there are some people who get butt hurt. Like, my butt, it hurts. Why'd you do that? Cornhole. You know, they're like all fucked up about it. And for those people, I say, hey, grow some fucking skin. Stop being so fucking sensitive. What did I say? Except, I'm gonna take my belt off and look through it. I've said that to everybody. I say it to everybody. So all the people who were offended by that, I'm not gonna apologize because I don't apologize to anybody. I have nobody to apologize for. Nobody here is gonna take my place when I fucking die. If I get shot in the face right now, no one's gonna be like, oh wait, oh, time, oh, hold up, pause that now. Let me jump in there for Oma G and get shot in the face because, you know, I love that guy that much. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna be told what the fuck to do with my life because I could die today, tomorrow, 5 minutes from now. I could die right this second. You know, that's how sudden it could be. And if that was the case, was anybody gonna take my place? No. None of y'all probably just sit there and watch like, is he really dead? Nah, he's not dead. Should we call 911? We don't even know where this motherfucker's at. He's in a fucking box, dark in there. Don't even know where he's at. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, just live your life. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. You'll find out that most people who live like not worrying about what everybody else is doing are pretty cool fucking people. You know, I ran into a whole bunch of people. It's funny. It is fucking hilarious. People that money and shit like that, owners of buildings and art galleries and artists, you know, eccentric people, but cool people. And I went in there. I think I was wearing this hat. I'm not sure. I think I was because it was kind of it was kind of chilly out. You know, had my Bipolar Bandits t-shirt on, rocking it, killing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I am. I want people to know. No, there's no hiding it. I'm not trying to hide it. Why should I hide it? You should know, so you can make your prejudgments ahead of time and not bother me. Because then if you get to know me and all of a sudden you find out I'm bipolar and you want to act like a dick later because I've been throwing it in my face, well then we're gonna have problems. We're gonna have problems. I've had people throw my flaws and as far as I'm concerned, bipolar is not a disorder. It's an enabler. It makes me better than some. And yeah, it does. So I said it. So while you sitting here hating on bipolar people, you should be looking up to us. We're able to multitask. A lot of you motherfuckers don't know what that is. It's like, I can only do 1 or 2 things at a time. Chew bubblegum and walk. No, I can chew bubblegum, walk, juggle, fucking shoot an AK-47 off if I had one to do that. You know, backpack, set up a tent, get in it, survive, eat food from the wild. Not too much. If I had to kill a couple of rabbits and shit, make some rabbit stew. Or I just become a vegetarian. Or just drink hot sauce, you know? Just always make hot sauce. Grow some hot sauce in the wild, make some wild peppers, and I'll just leave them behind. And come back like 10 years later and see what happens. Like a whole pepper patch. Like some peppers no one's ever even heard of. Be mixed with like clover flower, clover peppers. They have like a honey sweet taste to them. It'd be weird and funny and interesting all at the same time. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about whatever the fuck comes to my mind. So, hey, anybody who's here, if you have a subject that you want to discuss, if you have some place you want to take this, if you have any questions you want to ask, by all means, the floor is open at any time for anyone to chime in and say whatever they want. Now, let's talk about hot sauce. Let's talk about hot sauce real quick. Danditos sauce, company that I met and talked to the owners and stuff. Great, supporting relationship. We are going to start a weekly live broadcast where we discuss Manchester, New Hampshire, the farmers market, chili heads, peppers, and people. Peppers and people. That's what I think I'm going to call it, peppers and people. because I've met a lot of really cool people because of Peppers, and it's awesome. And I want to try to take that, what I've seen here on Instagram, and bring this to the world, because I really think that we could use some healing time right now, and I think the chili pepper is the way to go heal it. You know, capsaicin is better for more than just burning your face off. I think it's going to bring people together. I honestly do. I don't see how people like ourselves, who come from so many different walks of life, so many different situations. Some of us may be homeless, some of us may be sick, some of us may be dealing with mental illness, some of us may be dealing with all three of those things all put together. Who knows? But the point is, we're all dealing with something. You know, I was talking to Drop Nugs earlier on DM and shit. He was like telling me what he's going through. I'm just like, damn, this dude's always got a motherfucking smile on his face. Now I kind of feel bad for going in on him with Mr. McNasty, but he's like, nah, give it to me, motherfucker. I want it. I want it like a new Cadillac with a paint job that says Candy Red. You know, that's and it's that type of shit right there that motivates me. I like to see people happy, because as long as they're happy, when I go out and about, because I'm an empath, I will be surrounded by happiness. If I'm around people who are down, depressed, miserable, angry, then it's gonna rub off on me, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna be angry and not even know. I mean, there are times I've gotten angry and I never knew what this empath shit was. I grew up my entire life not knowing I was even had it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, why every time I get around somebody, I can get a perfectly good mood and just be like, whoosh, just thrust into whatever mood they're in. So that's why I stopped going to bars and shit, because I would notice every time I go into a bar and start drinking, like, my whole demeanor would change. And it's funny because people will tell you they don't have attitudes and shit, or they're not angry, but I will pick up on that vibe. Like, you don't have to say it, I'll feel it, and then I'll start acting that way. And people are like, you have an attitude. I'm like, oh, I'm getting this from you. I was totally 100% fine when I woke up. I'm fine every time I wake up. You know why? Because I wake up. I wake up. You know? I think of so many people this year that didn't. I think of so many people that have gone on from COVID or just death. You know, it doesn't even have to be any COVID shit. It just be regular death. Got old and died. You know, so many people have lost people this year, past year. You know, from 20 to 21. A lot of people. I've lost people. You know, I almost died my damn self. It's crazy. It's crazy. Twice. Got a really bad blood infection. Didn't realize what was going on. I'm not gonna tell you where it started and all that other shit, but got a really bad infection one day, and I'm sitting in the bathroom, and like all of a sudden, I sweat from every single pore that existed. In fact, I sweat from places I didn't even know you could sweat from. I was completely drenched within 2 seconds. Fucking head got hot as shit, started spinning around, fucking light flashed before my eyes, and I'm sitting in the bathroom like, dude, I do not want to die on the toilet. Like, this is not my idea of how I see myself die. Like, I'm not trying to die that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say, like, I don't know. All I know is that I got up, and as I started walking away, I was just like, I'll at least die on the couch. So I dragged myself to the couch and I laid there, and everything just was spinning and getting darker, and fucking it just felt like the world was closing in on my head. And I remember just saying, not now, man. Like, why? The day before I'm supposed to leave to embark on this journey of doing what I want to do. Why now is death knocking on my door? Like, why? Haven't I, tried to change things? And someone just said, motherfucker, if you don't want to die, don't die. So I didn't die. That's all I can say. I didn't die. I just said I'm not ready yet, man. I got things to do. And I'm doing them. There's times where I get this weird ringing in my ears, and it gets bad to the point where I can't hear shit out of one ear. And it's such a loud ringing, and then my face starts to get numb, and I feel like my whole body is about to just like stop. So I'll just start pacing in circles just to keep my body doing what it knows how to do, and that at that time is walk. And I know if you have to walk, then your heart and cardiovascular and breathing starts. So I figure if I do something that requires my body to do the basic things, I keep those basic functions running long enough for it to remember what the fuck it's supposed to do. Because, I suffered a couple of head traumas when I was younger, and there is a very large possibility that I could one day die of a fucking aneurysm. So, these are things that I keep in my mind. And people don't know because I don't run around all day talking about this shit. I'm not trying to die, I'm trying to fucking live. So I spend a lot of my time just living. But before now, I wasn't really living my true life. You know, I was living what I thought my life was supposed to be. I was living what I thought people would perceive as me being a man, you know, which I already knew what I was when I was fucking had my first few kids, you know. When I first left when I was 17 years old and left to a state I had no idea about. Lived in Epsom, the wilderness. It was a nice place. I'd like to move back there one day, but on my own land. It's beautiful. I mean, God, it's exactly what I want. Either that or Maine. I think that's what I'm looking for. Something like Maine or Upper New Hampshire. I want like 2 acres of land. 2 acres of land. I'm gonna build myself a little house there. Build it so no one can ever take it from me. I'm gonna build my kids little houses there. 3 of them. 3 of them. One of them, after he gives me my fair one, then I'll forgive him. But he's gotta fight me. Simple as that. I know y'all probably like, oh, that's mean. No, Father Lion wants to fight. Wants to fight. That's what it's gotta be. Animal nature. I'm bringing it back. Primal. Straight up. Primal. Which doesn't mean wild and untamed and stupid and flashing out angry. It just means primal. I'm thinking only about what needs to be thought about for me to survive as a human being. Not all the other dumb shit to survive in society. Because, look, people, none of us are meant to survive in society. It is a goddamn grinding machine meant to grind you the fuck down over time. Think about it, people. I mean, think about it. You really got to take this into consideration. I'm not spitting crazy nonsense. This stuff has been put in front of our face so many times. I'm not talking about a conspiracy theory. It's not a theory, it's a conspiracy. There's no theory behind it. It actually happened. We know this. We have watched this for years. Middle class does not exist. Why doesn't it exist? Because they eradicated it. They eradicated it. People think this is a racist country. It's a classist country. You know, what class you are in, or born into, I should say, determines where and how life works for you. It's almost like a caste system without being a caste system. You understand what I'm saying? Where, you know, certain names don't mean anything, but here certain names do. I mean, if your last name is fucking Rockefeller, you're probably rich, right? And if you aren't, you're an outcast Rockefeller, somebody who they just don't like. Or you stole the name, changed the name to it, and your name's really not Rockefeller. Carnegie. You know any Carnegies that are broke? I don't know any Carnegies that are broke. Never met a Carnegie, for the matter. Bill Gates. I'm pretty sure any Gates that are related to him aren't broke. You get what I'm saying? It's all about these people having all this stuff. And like, they put it in our faces so much that everybody starts living to have that. That becomes their measure of success. They forget that they are husbands, mothers, wives, sisters, brothers. You know, that they do wonderfully great things every single day on a smaller but more important scale. You know, these rich motherfuckers aren't in your communities checking on the old lady next door, making sure these kids aren't beating the shit out of each other at a park or bullying somebody. That's us. That's us on the ground floor. We control this country. We just don't control this country. You get what I'm saying? And if we start thinking as a collective whole of human beings and not who's white, who's black, who the cops kill, who the cops don't kill. Look, they kill humans, all right? Humans kill humans. We are humans. Let's start thinking like fucking humans. For God's sakes, people, the goddamn virus thinks like we're humans. It doesn't fucking care if you're black. I'm pretty sure if I walk into a restaurant and it's got COVID all through it, the COVID's not gonna be like, you know what? These black guys are getting shot by cops, and you know they come from a country that hates them. So I'm not gonna kill him. No, it's gonna kill me too. It's gonna kill us all if it can. God damn it! I mean, shit. Why can't we think in the same sense as primal? Primal. Tribes and things, clans and tribes. You know, we're not meant to live like this. This is it's impossible. That's why you have so much corruption in law and power abused, because the little thing I learned in Eastern civilization was absolute power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? So if having power corrupts someone's thought process, if they're a corruptible person, which most people are, if they have power, they want to show that they have power. That's why leaders should be chosen, never choose to lead. A real leader doesn't choose it. You know what I'm saying? A real leader doesn't say, hey, we're gonna do this. People just say, hey, dude, like, you know shit and you're really smart, or hey, we've seen how you've handled yourself. We need you to lead us. That is how a leader is chosen. They are chosen. They are appointed by the people. We stopped that process a long time ago. You know, a true leader may not even want the job, which makes him the best leader, because you know he's not going to abuse that. He doesn't want it, but he knows that you need him. So he fills the void because you need him. And then as soon as it's over, he's happy to get the fuck back to normal life. Because that power corrupts. And when you have absolute power, you probably say, what is absolute power? Well, absolute power is the absolute control of all things that people need in order to be individuals or sustain themselves. See, that's why they try to say that that communism is a poisonous system of government, because no one has anything. Everyone's controlled by the central government, blah, 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 blah. But how do we? And I'm not saying I want to be communist. Quite frankly, I'd like to live like the people in the Amazon rainforest, without law and bullshit. I don't hear about them. You don't hear about them murdering each other left and right. They don't even fight the fucking rival tribes. They fight outsiders because they know our shit is whack. They know it's whack. They feel it's whack. It's just like, oh shit. They ain't got helicopters, tanks, guns, or bombs, and they do just fine. And they survive on the things that they need. I was watching one story. They showed these people fucking building goddamn little cities in the tree canopies, like some fucking what's that goddamn movie? The Blue People, and it was about like native shit, tribes and Pandora and people dying and stuff. I can't remember what the movie is called, but you know what I'm talking about with the Blue People, by James Cameron. 3.5 hours long, real visual shit. Whitney, Sigourney Weaver, that guy. I can remember everybody's name with the fucking, you know, CBC, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, listen. So, like, they were living up in the canopy, like, you know, 100 feet, 200 feet up in the air. Bum, 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 building these whole little things that look, of course, by our standards, would be considered fucking primitive, but they're keeping, like, 50 people in a tree built with some wood shit and string from goddamn tree barks and shit and bamboo and stuff. And they're doing just fine. Here, we build a goddamn fucking skyscraper and the shit collapses because the wind's too strong. And hundreds of people die, and the government's like, oh, well, you know, shoddy materials. They use bad things so they can cut costs and save money. Okay, whatever. Humans are fundamentally fucked up creatures when put in a situation like this, where they're on top of each other. Because at that point, we're no longer helping each other anymore. You know, we're just crowded. I mean, I'm not saying we can't live together, but not where we're, you know, think about a city, right? All these people come to the city because there's supposed to be jobs there. Most of them are frustrated, you know, poor, trying to make ends meet. They're angry. They move in. They live next door to some other people who maybe they don't like. And then all of a sudden they don't like them because they're this color. And then people start to segregate themselves, which self-segregation is fine. You should be around like-minded people. Like-minded, I say. Because you'll find that in some cases, I've been to some segregated neighborhoods where there's just whites and maybe Hispanics. And, you know, I don't feel like, oh, we don't belong here. I just feel like, hey, they made their little spot. I respect that. I'm not going to move into this neighborhood unless, you know, if I came and met the people and they accepted me and my family, you know, that's what a lot of people don't do anymore. You know, if you're buying a home, I think you should really, like, research the neighborhood, talk to the people, see if the neighbors are accepting of, you know, people living amongst them. Like, what kind of people they are, what kind of kids do they have? Do they have good kids? Are their kids assholes? They run around on dirt bikes? So you don't move into a situation like, oh, they're too loud, and then you get all frustrated because you feel like you bought your house and you're entitled to something. You're not entitled to shit. People, goddamn, stop. What is this entitlement shit? No one's entitled to anything but a fair chance, and I say fair meaning without anyone trying to actively stop you from whatever it is you set your mind to do. Unless you're setting your mind to go kill people, then by all means, please, somebody actively stop any fucking piece of shit who thinks that that's a good time or good. Only people that should be actively killing people, and unfortunately they shouldn't, but they have to because they're soldiers, are soldiers. And stop being phony, fake motherfuckers and telling them you thank them for their service. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. Unless you're in the military or you've served with them, telling them you thank them for their service. Why don't you ask them what their service is first before you thank them for it? Because, you know, I heard a couple of guys be told this. I used to game with a group of Rangers who were in Fallujah and Afghanistan. They went through some shit. They didn't talk a whole bunch of stories about it either. You know, they kept it to themselves for the most part. But what they did discuss, one of the things that they did say, is that they couldn't stand when people would say that politically correct bullshit. We support the soldiers. No, you don't. How are you supporting them? They were getting fucking massacred because of cheap shit. Bad materials. DuPont, how dare you? Faulty armor. Unprepared equipment. And you people support them. How? How are you saying thank you for your service? More or less, why don't you say thank you for getting blown up and scarred and mentally destroyed and then come back here and have to deal with a bunch of assholes bitching, moaning, and complaining about a low Wi-Fi signal. Or, oh God, my boss is an asshole. Motherfucker just sat there and watched his friends get blown to bits and pieces and then comes back to listen to this shit. And then you got people that are, yeah, all the military guys, they go back because they're all adrenaline junkies. Maybe 1% of the ones that go back are adrenaline junkies. The other percent go back because they just don't feel right here anymore. They're tired of us. Well, not me, personally. They like me because I get it. I wanted to serve in the military. I was told no because I'm what they consider Section 8. So it is what it is. Things happen the way they happen. You know what I'm saying? And you can't complain about it. I mean, you could complain about it, but there's really no point to it. So I'm going to take a quick, like, maybe 15-20 minute break. I will continue this discussion on life and people and peppers momentarily. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys.